Hello, this is Neil Palachi. Thanks so much for listening in today. I have been working every day for the last 10 years with divorced and widowed women, and I have learned an enormous amount of information that I would like to share with you. One of the main things, if not the main thing, that seems to be important to everybody that I work with is financial independence. Now, you're saying to yourself right now, well, no duh. Like, yes, of course, financial independence is important. But what does financial independence mean, really? Now, there are lots of financial institutions that talk about the number. Like, if I had $10 million in the bank and I was earning 3 or 4% interest on that money, I would be able to live off of that interest without ever touching the principal. And yes, that would be financial independence to a degree. But if you were making $300,000 and spending $350,000, you'd still essentially be broke. Or in that example, you'd now be eating into your principal, which would ultimately run out. And we've seen that in many cases. We have seen the older generation in some cases run out of money because they have to start eating into their principal. So in this case, financial independence for the divorced or widowed woman, the people that I work with that are between 45 and 65, maybe 70 years old, means the freedom to do what they want, when they want, how they want. Now, in order to do that, yes, you have to have income, but you don't necessarily have to have $10 million in the bank. You just have to have the job, the business, yes, some interest and dividend being generated, maybe Social Security in some cases, depending on your age, that is sufficient to provide for you what it is that you need. So whether that is making determinations as to what car you drive, what you live in, a house, an apartment, a condominium, a townhome, what that mortgage looks like, then looking at your wills and your trusts, your insurances, your cell phone, and all the other things that make up our lives, you need to make sure that those things are all being planned for you in such a way that it delivers to you what it is that you need and want. Now, you're going to use many other professionals. You're going to use attorneys and accountants and realtors and mortgage brokers, insurance agents, etc., to help you with all of that. And my job as a money coach is going to be to partner with you, working with you every day for a period of time, whether that's a month or 3 months or 6 months, to assist you, to support you in putting together that team, in implementing the plan, in coaching you through that implementation, because even a good quality plan isn't going to work if it's not being implemented. I know you all agree with that. I know that you've all hired coaches in different ways throughout your life, whether that is a business coach that you have now, a life coach that you may have now or in the past, a coach that you had when you were in high school doing high school sports, a tutor that you worked with when you needed help with math or English when you were younger, when you were in college. There's all sorts of different kinds of coaches, mentors, consultants that you work with that help you, that support you to make sure that you make your goals and your dreams happen. It's a day-by-day process. It's difficult. There is no easy way out. I know people will say, well, hey, maybe I'll win the lottery, and maybe you will. I hope that you do. By the way, if you're going to win the lottery, you have to buy a ticket. I just thought you might like to know that. But while that lottery winnings are sitting out there for you and may come at some point, you need to make sure that you have yourself all squared away. And what better time to do that than now? We certainly have learned, I hope, many lessons in going through our current situation with COVID-19. It has put us all, most of us, in a very different situation than we were in before. And my hope is that we learn from it, that we take the benefits that have taught us what we may need to do in the future to make sure that we're secure. And from a financial perspective, it can be very scary. Life can be very scary in any situation, and particularly now. So my job as a coach is to help you solve those challenges, to help you solve them quickly, efficiently, and effectively, and to make sure that they fit your lifestyle and what it is that you need to do. There is nothing better, there is no time better than now to make sure that you do it the way that you want to do it. Don't settle. Do what you need to do it now, implement it properly, and your life can be set. That doesn't mean that there's no risk. It just means that you have the ability to grasp this opportunity and make it count for you and your family into the future. I thank you for listening. I will now get down off of my soapbox. I look forward to meeting you at some point in the future, and I very much have enjoyed talking to you today. Thanks very much.